Hi, I'm Benny Voline, and I want to show you guys a little bit about my work on the cartoon Loki theme for this month's Marvel Snap developer update. So I started with a lead sheet, which is pretty typical for a jazz piece like this, melody and chords, and really everything here was dictated by the rhythm of the words themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, Loki, Loki. What are you up to now? And just wherever they felt the most natural, that's where I put them. I think that makes it singable and memorable. And chords, took some fiddling around. I couldn't figure out if I wanted major or minor, and it ended up, and I think this makes sense for a duplicitous character like Loki. I start an E with an E flat chord, but then I play a B chord, which is taken from the E flat minor scale. Back to major. So just can't decide which one it is. And then the melody goes to minor, E flat minor instead. So I'll just play it through like this, just the head. And then I took this, I rearranged it for a vocal trio, female trio, which was mainly deciding where I want them in unison and where I want to split them into 3 parts. In this cartoony style, I knew the big band would just be filling in gaps between these rapid-fire lyrics. I'll just play through it too and sing the missing parts so we get... And that beginning too is again that minor-major mixture. I have a minor 2, like a half-diminished F-sharp minor. But then on the B7 I add the G sharp, the 6, or 13 if you want to call it that, which clearly implicates an E major scale. So we immediately are establishing that duality. Oh, Loki, Loki, what are you up to now? A trickster god with a mischievous brow, with a flash of green and a sparkle of gold. He's causing trouble 100-fold. Loki, Loki, he's our man. If he can't fool you, no one can. Watch out, here comes that Loki grin. You'll never know the trouble. Of trouble you're in. Let's look at the vocals here first. I did those before I wrote the big band parts.
Oh, Loki, Loki, what are you up to now? A trickster god with a mischievous brow, with a flash of green and a sparkle of gold.
So those are really bright right now on their own, but they sound good in the mix that way. So I can show you a little bit about what the recording process looked like. It was a lot of fun. It was fairly short notice, so we had to break this down into phrases. You can see I recorded with one Omni mic that I thought would help get me kind of an old school sound and a very glued together sound, and it worked nicely that way. And then I had 2 other microphone set up in ORTF to give me a really wide stereo in case I wanted to blend some of that in. And I did end up blending them together.
Loki, Loki.
Alright, ready to do that one?
Our voices blend so well.
Yeah.
And let's just go through the effects chain here one at a time. So here's dry.
Oh, Loki, Loki.
Then we have, that's just a time delay, and then some EQ, really pushing the highs here, up by about 8 dB.
Oh, Loki, Loki. What?
Compression on the low end just to control those.
Oh, Loki, Loki, what are you?
Reverb.
Oh, Loki, Loki, what are you up to now? A trickster god.
And then let's look at the saxophones here. And then here they're doubling the melody. And then their big moment, I feel like, is here at the end. All right. Trumpets. Most of the time I have 4 trumpets and I voiced them the outer 2 in octaves and then just filled in the chord on the inside. And then we have trombones supporting the chord there. Rhythm section. So the drums, I made this basic sort of Tom's 3+3+2 caravan style groove. And then I interrupt that whenever they're doing hits. And you'll notice that most of these hits don't use crashes. I do snare drums. Sometimes I do a closed hi-hat. Just because the crashes just ring too long, and with as much as is going on in this track, they completely overwhelmed it. And we have a bass. So this is the ample bass, which is gorgeous sounding. I did put saturating distortion on. Mostly to give me more high end, and this one xylophone line. I wish I had found more places to use it, but it's fine, it's just there, it just adds that cartoony vibe. Let's listen to the whole thing.
Oh, Loki, Loki, what are you up to now? A trickster god with a mischievous brow, with a flash of green and a sparkle of gold. He's causing trouble hundredfold. Loki, Loki, he's our man. If he can't fool you, no one can. Watch out, here comes that Loki grin. You'll never know the trouble, the tricksy, twisty trouble, the multiverse of trouble you're in.
And that's it. Thank you to everyone who made this project possible. I had a blast. Bye.
She was like, Marvel Snap! I was like, yeah. She was like, Marvel! Because she's a crazy Marvel fan. Nice.